One important thing for companies that are working in an innovative environment is how to develop a test strategy. We've discussed in other videos on our website how to set up a test, consider the goals that you have for the test, what kind of technical measurements you have to measure the progress on those goals, and then possible input variables that you want to study and understand how they work. Adding on to that basic setup, you need to consider your constraints. These may be things such as your schedule, when do you need to have your answer, the costs involved, either material costs or just labor costs, just access to resources, your parts availability, equipment availability on the production floor, things like that. Also, attention span of the operators involved in the test, and even just calendar duration. The longer it goes, the more noise it creeps in, the shorter you can constrain it, the more chance you're going to have some focus and less noise in your test. You need to balance all those things with the information that you need. In the DOE world, we'll call those interactions. It's basically a level of detail of information, but also can be just what sort of nonlinearities might you need to compensate for, such as, it could be squared or cubic coefficients as well. The more depth, the more tests you need, and when's the best time to attack that level of information versus keeping it simple at the start. I like, personally, to execute what I call the right test first. There's different techniques people have for kind of cleaning up things after a test, but I like to go after the right one first. Let's get the right interactions. Don't overcomplicate it with nonlinear terms, but let's really get what we think we need to do. But also I like to consider a phased approach. We may have a phase 1, phase 2, and there's some tests I've set up as a 4 or 5 phase projected. But let's focus on a simple phase 1 now, learn about our measurement system, the equipment, and then build naturally on it. Don't oversimplify to the point where you can't learn anything, but also don't overcomplicate where the noise becomes too burdensome or the cost and the influence of one particular test on your decision making is out of control. So again, in innovative environments, I think a test strategy is essential. It really becomes your project plan. We also help a lot with project management as well as test strategy and design experiments. If you think you need some help on your critical innovation, let us know and we will talk to you and see if it's an opportunity for us to help out or if you're on the right track and just ready to execute.